Hello, hello, beautiful conscious creators. I hope that you have started your day with nothing short of health, wealth, peace, love, and light. I don't know if you heard it, but my back just sort of clicked. It was very nice. As we explore healing and conscious creation together in this space, I hope that you'll remember to be kind and patient with yourself and your thoughts. I'm a little out of breath because I'm so excited to record this episode. And I wasn't supposed to be recording an episode today. I'm leaving these kinds of episodes for next week. But something happened today that I thought, this is something that I want to share. This is something that, these are the things that, it's almost like the evidence that exists, that the evidence that shows up, the evidence that, I see in my reality consistently, that reminds me that, the affirmations, the things that I'm consuming, what I'm putting out, as much as I am consuming in the world, is basically just reflected in a lot of other things, in a lot of other spaces that you don't necessarily, or personally, I don't necessarily expect to come them from, but they do. It's almost like the natural flow of things. And what I mean by that is, song recommendation before we continue is Cyanide by Majid Jordan. So yeah, what I mean by that is, I was taking a walk today, minding my own business, minding my own thoughts, just I just wanted to be one. There is this cricket. Hello, my friend. Tonight is not the night. For the past few days, these babies have just, they've done my head in. And it almost feels like when they stop, there's this consistent ring in the back of my ears that's just crickets. Anyway, I digress. I want to keep this episode as short and sweet and straight to the point as possible. So I was walking, minding my own thoughts, just focusing on just being present in the moment and looking around. And there were these two ladies ahead of me. I was walking along this my street, and there were these two ladies ahead of me, standing there and having a conversation. And as I was slowly approaching them, because I'm aware of what's happening around me, but my attention is mostly and solely focused on just being present in the moment. I'm not thinking anything. So as I was approaching them, one of the ladies says to me, is it you coming with this air of peace? And I mean, she said it in Setswana, but I was just I just laughed, and I was I don't know, but I think maybe. And she's like, you know what, I just feel a lot of peace when just you coming this way, just you have this thing. And I was thank you, and I kept it moving. Now, the reason why I'm sharing this with you today is because it just reminded me of the fact that when we show up in any space, when we show up in the rooms that we walk into, in any space that we walk into, the thing that shows up first before our physical presence is our energy. It's who we are on the inside. And yes, I was walking in this state of non-thought and just calm, being peaceful, just in the moment and present in the moment that I was in. And that showed up before me. That is what the world reflected back to, let me put it this way. The feedback that I received from the world is that I was radiating exactly that feeling that I was feeling in that moment. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you today is that when you become consistent in affirming the things that you desire to embody in who you're trying to become, and you don't have to feel guilty for where you are right now if you still want to evolve into something or step into a quality that you don't yet feel you possess. You don't have to feel guilt or any shame around that, but knowing that when you are consistent, when you become more and more consistent in the affirmation of who you desire to be and who you desire to show up as in the world, when you are consistent in that affirmation, you begin to embody it, so much so that when you are not even thinking, when there is less thought, then someone else shares that feedback with you. Shares the feedback to you, with you. I don't know. Yeah, potato. But you receive that feedback from the world, especially when you least expect it. So embodying whatever it is that you desire to be in the world will always be reflected before you even show up physically. It will always be reflected, or it will always lead the way for you. It will always be ahead of you. Your energy will what is the word that I'm looking for? Your energy precedes you. So your energy shows up before you and your physical presence shows up. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to share. Like, just keeping this episode as short and sweet and straight to the point as possible. Thank you for listening all the way to the end. My name is Orke, and obviously I am your accidental therapist. Yeah!